Hi, everybody, and we're here at the Riverwalk Park in Oslo County, uh, in Swansboro, and we're gonna explore the park. And guess what? You are coming with me. All right, it's winter here. It's a beautiful day, and great place to sit and enjoy the scenery. And let's see if we can spot some wildlife around here. So, as we are going through the walk, we can see the estuaries. And estuaries are protected areas such as the bays and lagoons where fresh water meets. And they're mixed with the salt water. Another refers to the nurseries. Estuaries provide the shelter habitat for many commercial recreation import fish, as well as crustaceans and shellfish. Eggs and larvae of these species are transported by tides into the estuary. The immature organisms thrive in shallow water, taking advantage of the numerous hiding places provided by the mangrove roots and seagrasses. Many of the organisms will spend their entire lives in the estuaries. Others will stay only to short time before moving out to sea. So, this is so important because we need to conserve our estuaries. And a lot of people don't understand the reason behind, and it's the reason I'm making this video for you all. So, we're moving here. This is a tree that is called the dog fennel tree. The leaves of the dog fennel are divided into already segments, giving a fern-like appearance. And when disturbed, they emit a foul odor. And this, and around the summer, you got a perennial. The perennial be found in the flatwoods marshes and wet disturbed sites. And it produces numerous small white flowers which attract butterflies. So this is a very important tree, the dog fennel tree, for butterflies. And we're moving on, exploring the river adventure. And here is the goldenrod, and is found in many woodland habitats, grows up to 3 to 4 feet, and has yellow flower clusters and blooms from July through September. So the long topless leaves have small transparent dots, and the stem is slightly hairy. So crushing the leaves produce a sweet anise-scented odor. And exploring some more the estuaries, and we're moving up into the phragmites. And what do we mean by phragmites? It's a non-native invasive reed found throughout most of the United States. It produces rapidly, forming dense stands in swamps and along lakes and canals, and often causing obstruction. So birds use it for nesting and roosting cover, and tend to purplish flowering spikes and have many branches and hairs that give the plant a silky look. Interesting. And we're moving on into the salt marshes. You see it up here in front of me. Salt marshes are found along the long energy coastlines, and green or gold at different times of the year. These marshes are blanketed with grasses like blackrush and cord grass. Tides affect, as you see right now, the low levels, of the salt marsh, and also act to flush out the system. You see many fish, and so shell kind of species spend at least part of their life circle in this very productive habitat. And I'm showing you right now the habitats. The water is pretty low. That's the reason I'm running this estuary wildlife adventure today. And we're moving on. And moving on into the brown pelican. And pretty much if you live in the area, and like we are, the brown pelicans are around. They are around. Several years ago, the brown pelicans were on the endangered species. Yes, you heard me right, endangered species. Because of the use of pesticides, primarily DDT, and the habitat destruction, the pelicans are one of the wildlife's few success stories. Notice how many brown pelicans you can see all year round. I don't see any pelican today for some reason. Okay, moving on. In the laughing gull. And the adult is breeding. The plumage has a black head. This is why we call it the laughing gull. The top here of his head is black. And he has a white belly and gray wings right here. And they often do follow the fishing boats, looking for handouts or visit the plow field searching for insects. So they're feeding on insects, right? And other things as well. So we're moving into the salt marsh cord grass. The cord grass is often known as Spartina arteniflora, is a common salt marsh plant. And this important plant provides the cover for animals and holds together the marsh with its spreading roots, and is one of the most important plants in the marsh food chain. So here it is. And we're moving on into the willow. Willows are common in swamps and along the riverbanks, and they help prevent erosion. Because the willows is rarely over 50 feet in height, and the trunk is often curved or leaning, the long, narrow leaves are finely toothed edges, and willow the branches are used by American Indians in the production of baskets. So here you know the rest of the story. And also tea is made from the leaves and bark. It was used to break a fever. They didn't have Tylenol all those days, right? Or any cold medication. And here is the fiddler crab. The fiddler crab is found along the tidal marshes, and I don't see any of those crabs today. It has 4 pairs of legs. Its cell is squarious, and the eyes are long, and his eyes are long. I would say this crab is easily identified by the male's very large claw and poisons through playing a fiddle. You can see that here. I mean, I can't make out some of the writing in here. It's been faded away, so I'm sorry. I hope it does make sense. We can see his long paws. This you can identify the male from a female for what I can read. So going back, I don't want to mislead you, so I am reading some of the posts from the park rangers. The cattails are the primary plants in the wetlands around the world. They're growing in water from 1/4 inch to 36 inches deep. And what do you think? Why do you think they're important? Because they remove excess cattails and other marsh plants remove excess nutrients and chemicals from the water. So the hence water leaving a wetland has fewer pollutants than water entering. So scientists believe man-made wetlands can filter pollution better and cheaper than traditional methods. There you go. So they're important to filter pollution out of water. Important information today for you guys. The wax myrtle, an evergreen shrub or a small tree. The wax myrtle is common and widespread in the southeast part of the United States, and the sunny dark leaves are 2 to 4 inches long. The waxy fruit is a good wildlife food. The wax can be used to make candles. And a distinguishing characteristics of this tree is the aroma, the leaf, and the fruit produced when it's crushed. Here we are in the edge of the river. Wow. Look at over here, what do we see? And we have the great blue heron. I don't see the blue herons today. It's a majestic state bluebird. Okay, and it's about 4 feet tall, frequently seen standing, motionless, while waiting to snatch a fish, crabs, or other marsh creatures. And this bird nests in colonies of several hundred birds, often with several nests per tree. Okay, and we move in here the belted kingfisher, a common bird across much of the North America. And the kingfisher is usually seen near water. I don't see anything today. And it is mostly blue-gray with white underparts, with a large bill and double crest. And it feeds either by diving from a perch or hovering and then plugging into the water to catch fish. And we're moving into the most important. All of this information on marshes are very important. And the Jones Island Overlook, the natural resources of Jones Island. And I don't know if any of you have been here. It's 23.46 acres, the Jones Islands, which is right behind us, right there. Okay? A unique coastal fringe evergreen forest, and is considered regionally very significant. And why is that? Because sitting at the mouth of the White Oak River, Jones Island is home of a variety of species, as the painting bunting, the American lady, and the swallowtail butterflies, and mammals such as the river otter, the raccoon, and the deer. A portion of the Jones Island was purchased by the North Carolina Coastal Federation through a Clean Water Management Trust Fund grant. Additionally, property was donated by the Audubon Society. Together, the two properties were given to the state of North Carolina to be included as a part of the Hammocks Beach State Park. So this is the managed area. This is where they managing the oysters. And the oyster restoration around Jones Island, is very important. The waters around Jones Island are important environmentally as well as economically, and the area is essential habitat for brown shrimp, spot, croaker, and a wide variety of other marine life. Oyster reefs are a major component of our ecosystem. So the Hammocks Beach State Park, along with the North Carolina Coastal Federation and North Carolina Marine Fisheries, conducts joint restoration projects to enhance the oyster habitat. Used oyster shells are collected, okay, and bagged into couch bags, and the weight in about 7 pounds each. And the bags are placed in the water to create a shellfish reef. So young free floating oysters called a spot then attached to the old material to grow. They can filter up to 50 gallons of water a day, which improves the water quality. Let's take a look over here with this amazing, with the binoculars to see if we can see John Island. Boy, and I see it. And I wish if I have a boat to just go around and search the area. There's one boat right there. It would be so nice if I have a boat to go explore this magnificent river with such a rich habitats around. Okay, I'm showing you some more photos here where you can find at the bottom of this river. Water level is kind of low at the moment, and we're walking around this park. It's kind of a long walk, and you can go up to a certain point and then they won't let you go further. But I think we have to explore the other side as well to see what other habitats they live here. But the Jones Island is an incredible oyster restoration project. We are making some success environmentally, and we need to do a lot more to preserve the species and water pollution. This is why I'm doing this video. So we've done the salt marshes, and we're moving to this end up to a small distance here. We're gonna find the cormorant, the double-crested cormorant. So he lives in the salt water. This large bird uses their wings and web feet to swim. Swims underwater. It has a sharp hook on the top at the end of his bill, so he can grab the crab and the prey, and that includes fish and crabs. And because it has no oil on its feathers, the cormorant must dry its wings after swimming before he can fly again. Very interesting. Okay, moving on. The osprey, we see them around Topsail Island a lot. This is a very large bird of prey in a dark brown. It has a white belly, and look at him. I mean, in flight, the crook in his wings helps identify it. Right there, you can identify the offspring very easily. We can see them out on the bridges going into Topsail Island from Surf City in a large stick nest, usually built in dead trees. So they're nesting on the dead trees, but also found on telephone poles. And the osprey catches fish by diving, in feet first. So this is how he catches his fish, his prey, right there with his feet. Okay. Then moving on into the clam. We've seen plenty of clams around, right, in fresh waters and marine environments, and the clam burrows in the sediments, called the bivalve, and its cell has two halves or valves connecting with a muscular hinge. And when the clam is threatened, it pulls its soft body inside the cell for protection. Okay, so we have seen clams around for us who live on the coast. And here is the herring gull. Common in coastal areas. Okay, the herring gulls, they feed on mussels, clams, fish, garbage, rodents, often stealing from other birds. I know, doesn't look good. Adults are white with a pale gray back, black wing tips, and a yellow bill with a red spot near the lower tip. And in winter, the head and neck are turning into brown, I believe, and herring gulls nest in colonies, lining scrapes in the ground with grass and seaweed. And we're moving on into the oysters. And we talk about the oysters there, about the Jones Island and the oyster restoration project. All right. So the oysters, they are irregularly shaped. At the back are two tubes, or they call it the siphons. One siphon brings water in with oxygen and food, the other pumps water out, eliminating the waste. So the oyster has a variety of predators, including humans, who consider them as a delicious treat. Okay, the oyster is found in bays, estuaries, and around this river, and Jones, of course, Island. So, I don't really like oysters, and this is the black needle wrasse. Let's see, this grass, like a like a perennial plant, grows 4 to 7 feet. And why is it important? People have used the strong, tough wrasse stems of this grass to weave baskets, as well hats, chair seats. So there you got it, the black needle wrasse grass. And it grows in this area as well. You can see it here. It's kind of dormant at the moment, but it's going to grow back. And what we see on this side, the red cedar. The red cedar is actually a Jupiter, not a true cedar, okay? So the squirrels and birds use it. Its stinky bark as nest material, and its even green foliage is favorite food for the white-tailed deer. It provides year-round cover for many wildlife species, and this is why it's so important. It's a berry-like fruit. This fruit is like a berry-like. Also, they are important food source for many songbirds. So it's important to great egrets, and I've seen them around Tufts Island. They are found all around the world. And the great egret is one of the most common herons in North America. It is all white with a yellow bill and black legs and feet, right? And at the turn of the century, the population seriously declined because this egret was hunted for its plumes, which were used on women's hats. Can you believe, to sacrifice egrets so you can wear a hat? Live oak. Live oak, this majestic tree, grows only, and right here, 50 feet in height, but its large limbs may spread 100 feet or more, and the wood was commonly used for the shipbuilding before steel. So the leaves of the live oak is oval shaped, heavy green leaves, and they do curl under the edges, and its acorns are a good wildlife food source. Okay, so what do we have here? The river otter, and I've seen several of them at the aquarium. The playful river otter is gracefully a swimmer that can cruise along about 6 miles, and can also dive to about 60 feet. The river oats have a well-developed sense of smell, better than humans, believe it or not. But their vision is not good. So poor vision, great smell. Several groups of songs with whiskers are used by the otter in avoiding obstructions and in hunting, and they can be found on land, but also are associated with water. The otters reach a weight of about 35 pounds, okay, and eat fish. They eat clams, frogs, snails, and vegetable kind of food. Oh, hey, look at over here. And we're not allowed to go over there. But I can zoom it. Incredible. And we're the blue crab. We're here in the last. It's a crustacean, right? And it's an important commercial species with millions of pounds harvested annually. It has bright blue legs and crawls like a swimming crab in its common name. So the external skeleton is periodically cast off, and a soft shell crab is one that has just molted. So the blue crab is found in bays and estuaries, and in winter it migrates to deeper water. This is the reason that in the wintertime we don't see it as often. It's migrated to deeper water, but it's here. Blue crab, can you hear me? All right, and here is a view of this beautiful estuaries with an amazing ecosystem. And I do suggest that you guys, if you like to come and visit, particularly in the summer, you'll be able to see more birds. Also, I can't wait to tour Jones Island. If I can get a boat to take me there, I would do that so I can do a live video for my audience who follow me up. And also, I have a request to do my own YouTube channel. So I have to work on it since I'm working on a lot of projects. And hopefully, I mean, it's doable. And with the warmer weather coming up, I'll be very happy to do more videos. For now, I'm leaving you, friends, with this beautiful view, and hopefully you'll be outdoors to exploring more the beautiful North Carolina coast. Bye for now.